All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 734. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And just like last week, Wombat is still waiting for you at the front entrance of LI Retro on Sunday, 1 p.m. He's going to have a big bag, and you're going to bring him stuff. Wombat.
Sounds reasonable. Wait, 1 second. Wait. Take a second. Listen. Do you hear that?
No.
Exactly. There are no kids in my house.
Why? You sold them?
I sold them.
The dogs ate them?
I sold them and the dog. First, the dogs ate them, and then I sold the remains.
Let's do it the other way.
What, sell the dogs?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So what are you doing? You have sex in the kitchen yet?
Not in the kitchen.
In the butt?
Well, that's not a room of the house.
So what else is going on?
I got a new couch.
Awesome.
That's
so you're breaking that in, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
I hope the covers are on it.
Does a blanket count? Like a blanket?
God.
Over the couch?
I'm surprised that you went for a white couch. That's very difficult.
It's not white.
It's not. It looked pretty white. Very light colored. Very light colored.
It's like a beige. It's a light beige.
Right. That's hard to pull off.
Well,
oh wait, something's wrong. We don't have. Oh shit! Hold on, I can fix it. You talk about your awesome couch while I fix this.
My couch is very nice. I got it on Sunday. It has.
Or you could even talk about something more interesting.
It has a removable cover, is what I was gonna say. You said the couch color was very light. The cover comes off and either can be replaced with a darker one or the same one again if I got a new one, or I could throw that one in the washing machine if I really felt so inclined.
All right, hold on.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Cheapy's fixing all of this. This is fantastic.
I know. That's why I'm talking about my couch now, because no one cares.
We've only done 733 of these.
Not on Twitch.
I
it takes me about an hour to set up before the show every time we do one of these, and sometimes it doesn't. You know.
When did you start setting up? Like
8 o'clock
months ago. Okay. I just wanted to know if we had another 45 minutes to set up.
Yeah.
If you talk tonight,
tell the couch story again. Can people hear now? So, I could hear Wombat. People are saying people can hear me. Can you hear me? But now silent again. Oh. This is exciting radio, TV radio.
I can write stuff on a whiteboard and show that.
I don't even have that. I could do like signs.
oh, there it is.
Did you fix it?
I fixed it.
Oh, are we back?
Yeah.
From the top.
All right.
Wombat's having sex on his new couch.
For the record, I didn't. Not on the couch. Not on the new couch. That would be rude.
To the couch?
To the couch. But, yeah. That's all I'm going to say about that. Not on the couch.
Nice.
So how is the new couch going, though? It looks like it fits your room nicely.
It does. It fits the room nicely. The pillows are still brand new. So,
I would hope so. Did you intend them to be brand new, or are we looking for used couch pillows?
What I'm saying is, the old couch was 15 years old. And when you sat on those pillows, you just kind of sank right in there. So I kind of need to break in my little butt spot, which hasn't quite happened yet.
I wish I could turn the audio off again.
Let us know how that goes.
There it is. You break in the pillows on your couch.
I've never had that thought before.
When you sit on a couch, you gotta
I hope that it retains its firmness throughout the life of the couch, or at least as long as possible.
Right, I'm not trying to break down the fibers of my couch.
I'm not saying that it won't remain firm. I'm just saying that it'll also kind of there'll be room. It'll feel different once it's broken in. You break in a couch. This is a thing. The old couch though had to go. The old couch literally fell apart to the point where we had duct tape holding it together. And that seemed like it was not an optimal solution for, an adult's living room.
Probably didn't smell too good either.
Yeah. So we got it. We went to the IKEA and got a couch there, which we put together. And I think it's nice.
Nice.
Mm,
Awesome.
yeah. And we've spoken too much about that.
I've been managing a table tennis club.
How's that going?
Do you like cleaning toilets?
I do not.
There's only 2.
That's 2 more than I want to clean.
Somebody left me a nice urine yesterday, which I was like...
It's better than being left something else. So you're scrubbing bathrooms at the club?
I didn't have to scrub them so much as I use like a paper towel and I like a Windex vinegar.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why?
Why what?
Why are you doing this at the club?
The owner is in Egypt. He's Egyptian, and every couple of years he goes back and visits his family. And he's going for the whole month. And he doesn't really he doesn't trust a lot of people. And
You're a very trusting individual.
I'm the only person that he's given a key to. And he told me he's the only person that he trusts with anything for whatever reason. So he asked me if I could help him out. He's got a day camp that comes in every day for an hour. They just pull up in the bus and 40 kids get off. And it's just
Wait, you're running a kids camp?
It's only 45 minutes.
There seems to be a lot of liability.
I'm going to ask a
There's
dumb
a camp.
question.
There's the camp. The counselors are there with the camp.
So you're dealing with children.
I'm not dealing with the children. I'm just sitting there.
They're children in your club. You're cleaning your.
It's not my club. Yes.
You have a key.
I do have a key, correct.
Are you getting something in return for this?
Yes, I'm getting a awesome table tennis club that's really close to my house that can hopefully stay in business for as long as I live here. He offered to pay me money, and I was like, I need the club here more. I mean, how much is he going to fucking pay me? It's a table tennis club.
No,
The thing barely makes money.
I would say instead of actual
I'm not
money.
looking for anything. What I'm looking for, I understand what you would be looking for, and that's fine. But what I'm looking for,
what am I looking?
You would be looking for something transactional, if I either money or free this or free that, which is fine.
I would be more than happy to open and close the shop if I had nothing to do, hang out there. I don't know if I'd be scrubbing bathrooms.
You don't care about the table tennis club. That's the point. I care about the table tennis club being there. To me, that's important. It's more important than getting money or free this or that. So to me,
so you're still paying to go to the club.
I'm a member there, so I don't pay to go to I pay a flat fee to go to the club once a year. I pay.
So even Shipwreck's a little suspect
membership.
of this one.
I'm not looking for a free membership. What?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine with this. I'm taking it all in.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not saying what you're doing is wrong or crazy.
Well, how could you say that?
It might be noble. It could be noble what he's doing.
Sure.
It's not a question. I mean,
don't act like what you're doing isn't weird. That's all I'm saying.
I enjoy being there. I enjoy. To me, this is what's important. Okay, just in life, these are some of the things that's important. One of the things is table tennis. Okay. And I feel like any opportunity that I have.
That was going to be the top of the list.
No, but I'm not. I'm saving time. I decided to save time.
Number one, table tennis.
I'm saving time. Okay, let's go right to the table tennis. To me, it's, obviously it's not very popular here. Anything that I can do to get people to play table tennis, even if it's 1 or 2 people a week, to me, that's interesting, and that's gets me going, and that's exciting to me. So the fucking fluke that a table tennis club opened up so close to my house, and a nice one in a good area with a guy that I like running it is, and I didn't have to, and all I have to do is just pay for it. Pay for the service that a normal person would pay. That's amazing to me. I was literally looking at empty stores and going, should I open up a table tennis club here? What's the rent? How much it's going to cost? All that type of stuff. So for something to just pop up like that seemed pretty great. So any chance that I have to support it, whether it's with my time or my money, I will do that. And in this case, he just needs my time and a little, just the time really. And, a little bit of cleaning now and then so it's not gross. But to me, that that's not like a big deal, really.
I mean, I get it. I get all of it, except for the cleaning the bathrooms is not really something I'd want to do voluntarily.
He didn't ask me to do it. He didn't say, don't forget to clean the bathrooms.
Voluntarily. I said you volunteered.
Sure. Well, I have to be there, and there's going to be people there. Like we do a league on Friday nights, and there's going to be like, dozens of people there. And I don't want them to be in a dirty bathroom, and no one else is going to do it. So I just do it. Like, it took me.
Are there no other employees?
No, it's
okay.
It's a family run. It's a family run business, but a husband and wife. They got 2 young kids. They're not exactly raking in the cash. I mean, it's a table tennis club. Like, it's one of the least efficient things you can do with space
you're a
in the
very
retail.
nice guy.
In the I'm not. It's nothing to do with nice. It's self-serve. It's even self-serving. Like I want that club to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a question of being nice. Like,
never mind. This isn't noble anymore.
Right. I'm greedy. I'm telling you, I'm an asshole. I'm greedy. No, I understand that a lot of people would not do that, but I just felt like this is something that I can do. I have time. I live close. Let me help out. I also bought a laminating machine today, so I can prepare some, different informational forms to keep on the desk for people. I have a new system so that when people check into the league, they use their phone to check in. They just scan a QR code.
Wait, you came up with a whole new system for his operations?
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's only been gone. Today's the 3rd. He just left.
I'm letting Shipwreck take over on this conversation.
He only left on the 30th, I think, or the 31st.
And you've already, so he's been gone 4 days at this point.
Yes.
You've already bought a laminating machine.
It was like $30.
You've already bought a laminating machine.
I also bought. Hold on. You want to hear what else I bought? I bought these.
Of course I do.
I bought these. You'll actually like. You can appreciate this. I bought infrared blasters, right? That are Wi-Fi enabled, so that I can turn on the air conditioning from my phone anywhere. So like I know like the camp is coming at a certain time. It's gonna be hot as fuck if the air conditioning isn't on for like an hour there before the camp gets there. So I can just do that.
Are you having a coup to take over this guy's ping pong place? What's going on here?
No, I'm helping the guy out. I'm helping him out.
When do the bidets get installed?
No, that's not going to happen.
When do the bidets get installed?
I did.
Do you have snacks? Are there?
Yes, of course. Ice cream.
When I walk in?
Ice cream and Oreos.
For the guests. Are you
free?
Buying the snacks?
We sell them. I made I redid the menu today with the price list.
He makes them in the morning.
That's what I mean.
Cooks them at home. He brings
I don't
them
mean
in.
are you giving free snacks to people? Are you supplying the snacks? Is what I'm.
Oh, if we run out, I'll have to buy ice cream. If we run out of ice cream, I'll have to buy that because we have no other place to really store the ice cream other than the freezer that's out there. But
I love this story. I'm a big fan of.
What if I told you? What if I told you? What if I told you that like the air conditioning isn't great in there? Because he's sort of like Chip's bowing his head already.
I'm just waiting for
I called an air conditioning. I called an air conditioning guy.
Company.
Yeah. Just a different one. And he's coming tomorrow and he's going to advise. I just want some advice. Like, it's not a good situation right now. So I didn't ask the owner or anything.
Are you preparing to buy this place?
No. I just told you I want the place to.
Have you seen the movie Single White Female?
I want it to be as good as it can be. And if I can help out by, spending time to talk to an air conditioning professional who's going to come for a free estimate, then I will do that. If I have to print up my own business cards, even though the owner doesn't have his own business cards, if I have to make my own business cards, then I'm going to do that.
Wait, you did that too?
I just did that this afternoon. They're not here yet, though. It's going to take a little while. It's cheap.
Are you going to laminate your business cards?
No.
For the business that you're not an employee of.
I gave myself the title of.
I'm done talking about this, by the way. I'm just letting Shipwreck is taken over.
I gave myself the title of, what was it? Community liaison? No, that sounded too fancy. What was it? Community outreach. Community outreach. That way it's not like, it's very vague and general. I'll make him some business cards when he gets back. I don't want to bother him on his vacation. They must be so sick of that fucking club. I can tell just by looking at them. Like, it's a lot of work when you're the coach and giving lessons and shit. So I'm glad I can help out. That's all. I'm here to help.
Well,
I'm going to be doing more shit like this in the near future. Stay tuned. Maybe some other things that I'm interested in.
I love it.
Yes.
No, I'm glad. I'm glad you have a hobby.
excited to see where this turns. Yes.
I have other interests outside.
There are worse hobbies. This actually is it seems healthy.
It's very healthy. Look at this.
So I'm going to say more.
You can't get this, but
I hope it continues for a long, long time.
that's the point, is that this club can continue for a long, long time.
You have my full undying
Thank
support.
you. I'll let you know when somebody shits on the floor.
Did we ever get to the number 2 on the list thing of important things in life? Or were we still on number 1?
It's also ping pong.
Okay.
I mean, I have other interests and hobbies. Important things in life was a grandiose way of stating that. But,
one is table tennis.
But I would say
is laminating things.
I haven't used it yet. I don't know. It's possible.
I hope you just become like a super laminator.
No,
just
3 is
laminating.
Is air conditioning and heating repair.
No, I like to be comfortable. Look, if I'm going to be spending time there, I want to be comfortable. I'm going to be fucking sweating anyway. I don't want to be sweating more because it's 80 degrees in there. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's all.
Do your business cards have your personal number on them?
I did put so on the front door during August, I got like a burner number for people like just on the front door, you know.
Wait, you have a burner phone?
A burner, there's an app. There's like an app you can get a free text.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, burner.
All right.
Just so if people want to, if somebody like drove from fucking Brooklyn or something to play and it was closed, they could text me and I could let them in.
That's totally normal.
It's happened before. I caught somebody once like walking away when I was driving up and they were like, thank God we drove all the way from Brooklyn.
So back to the business cards.
Yes.
So those have your personal.
Yes, but those those are only for me to give out. So I will only give those out to people who I think I would give my personal phone number to.
Do I get one?
You have my phone number.
I know.
No, I thought you gave Wombat the burner.
No, I just got the burner one like 2 days ago. Anyway, it's not, none of this is that crazy. Look, I'm very lucky that I'm in a situation where I have free time to spend on things that I really enjoy, and I can support things that I enjoy with not just my free time, but with my expertise. And graphic design is my passion. And you should see some of these flyers that I've made.
Is that number 2 on the list?
No, it is now, actually.
Table tennis. graphic design.
Adobe Express is my passion.
Followed by laminating.
Well, we'll see. I'll let you know. I'll keep you updated.
And then DJing it.
I'm going to say DJ is going to be number 4.
I love DJing. I'll give you an update on that. I took my first DJ lesson at the Scratch Academy in Manhattan. Mm-hmm. And actually,
was it wickety whack?
No, it was good. It was very good.
Good.
I had a lesson with DJ Dirty Digits. Chip, you remember him?
I don't remember DJ Dirty Digits.
It was very warm in the city, and I was very sweaty.
Did he get that name because he doesn't wash his hands after he's in the bathroom?
No, he was very clean. In fact, he was wearing a mask, and it was good because then I could wear a mask, and then he wouldn't notice that when I DJ, my mouth is always wide open with like making the weirdest possible face for some reason. And so he didn't have to experience that. But he asked me to the lesson starts. He's like, let me see what you can do. And it's very, nerve wracking to perform in front of somebody, especially a professional. And I did my thing and it was horrible. And I looked down and I'm just like completely covered in sweat. Even though I'm wearing a white shirt, normally you don't see sweat, just whole fucking thing was just like, anyway, it was good. I've been practicing about an hour a day, my tears.
Nice.
That's it. That's the update. I am passionate about that, but I'm not it's popular enough. Table tennis needs the help more than DJing.
You should bring your DJ setup to the table tennis place so you could DJ while people play.
You were not the first person to have that thought.
I've had that
Other host has already thought of that.
I've thought of that, and the acoustics in there are not very good. And yeah, certainly I could do that no one's looking for that unless we had a singles night, but that's not like the type of thing that goes on there. It's a very serious training facility. Anyway, that's all I got.
I like it. That's
it.
Ship, do you have anything remotely as interesting going on?
I cannot compete with that at all.
I thought my new couch was going to be the highlight of this week, and it turns out
I'm glad. I mean,
I've just forgot everything I've done over the past week because Cheapy's just filled my mind with so many thoughts right now.
Picture me like filling up those big, like the big industrial garbage cans, putting that out on the curb. It's me.
You're taking out the trash as
well.
well.
I took the trash out. Took it out yesterday. Brought it back. All right. Cool. How about some show feedback?
Sure. Idiot Man 09 said, just watched last night in Soho. It's pretty nuts. Not what I thought going in, but not a bad flick. Chibi, you still need to watch that movie. Mm-hmm. I recommend it.
Yep.
Also, I've used Gamefly for a while, Ship, and it's great. I think it's Game Eye, what did I say?
Gamefly?
Yeah, because I can't read for a while, and it's great. I think it took me a solid 2 or 3 days of entry, too. I also use it to keep track of digital game purchases, so I don't actually buy something again I already have. That feels like it would be good advice for maybe you or someone else.
Ooh, that seems like a lot of effort to put in all your digital games to this. Like that seems like staring at the screen like for a long time and working your way down.
That could be automated, can it? You sign in with Steam and it's going to have access to your library, I would think. No? Or other services? I don't know. I feel like that could be automated.
It could be automated, but I don't think it is. So I don't know.
That and it would screw up your game values unless it's
you can
specify.
You can specify that it's digital within the app.
Okay.
So no worries. They've thought of that.
Okay.
Seems like I don't know. If I get really bored, and
it could happen.
I could do that, but it seems like a lot to keep track of too. Like every time you buy something digitally, you have to remember to go add it to your collection on your phone. It seems like not a sustainable thing long term.
Fair enough.
What else?
We have Shanafan from YouTube wanted to make sure that Cheapy was aware that Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze was in Batman and Robin, not Batman Forever.
I thought Shanafan was from YouTube for a second, but I realized the comment is from YouTube.
Yeah, the comments from YouTube.
Yes.
But I just wanted to make sure that everyone knew that you really screwed up so bad.
Sorry.
That's an embarrassing mistake.
That's fine. Those movies are so bad.
When's the last time you watched either one of those movies?
I watched Batman Forever not that long ago, and it was on TV. And it was like we were home. It was background. It was like background TV while we were cleaning or something. And that movie's not terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's not a great movie, but it's a really good.
Batman Forever was the one with Two-Face?
Val Kilmer, yeah, Two-Face, Jim Carrey as the Riddler, Nicole Kidman, who looks amazing in that movie. I mean, is it dumb? Yes, but has more in common with the 60s Batman than it does with the Michael Keaton Batman. So if you're going in to it with that expectation, like this is an Adam West movie, not a Michael Keaton movie.
Are we reviewing Batman and Robin now? Or Batman Forever?
No, Batman Forever. Batman and Robin is bad.
We haven't gotten to Batman and Robin.
Okay, cool.
Batman and Robin doesn't hold up as well as Batman
That's
Forever.
The Clooney one?
Yeah, the Clooney one. Clooney Batman, Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl doesn't quite hold up. Anyway, we've talked about this too much.
What else?
Who Frog has to say, I agree with Wombat's progression concerns in multiverses. I hope the player first games, that's the people who make it. I hope player first games listens to feedback and makes some positive changes because I'm really enjoying the game. I definitely recommend Cheapy and Chip give it a shot. Chip, did you give it a shot?
No.
Okay, I didn't know if you would because
where would I give it a shot at if I wanted to?
On your Xbox or PlayStation?
Is it just on there? I just turn it on and it's there?
Yeah, basically. It's a free game. That's why.
Sure. If I'm looking for something new for Dashel to play.
That's why I mentioned it. Yeah.
Right after you put in your digital games, you can download that.
Yep. It is not on Switch though. He goes on to
It seems like a pretty big miss. But also, if it was on Switch, everybody would just play Smash Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's worth a shot, you feel. Like, how much could it cost to port it over to Switch?
I'm surprised. I'm gonna say in time it'll be on the
It seems like that's where the player base would be.
Seems like a bit of a
I
stumble.
don't know. I don't work for Warner Brothers, who have been making a lot of weird business decisions in the last few days.
Oh, we should go. We can go right into that.
Yes, do you want to hype LI Retro first? Nope, you're going to move that. Okay, that's good.
Just let everybody know what's going on.
Seamless.
Yes, totally. Thanks.
Oh, come on. I've done worse things on this show.
Yes. There's some good ones last week. That kept me very entertained. All the weird shit that you said last week. Anyway, go on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to break your flow.
That's okay. Yeah, so, I mean, before we even go into things we watched, I think the big news is that the finished Batgirl movie was canceled by the new leadership at Warner Brothers. It was supposed to go directly to HBO Max. It is not going there now. It's not going anywhere now. Not only that, they also canceled the sequel to Scoob.
Oh no!
Which I think
Zoinks!
Shipwreck was probably.
Why would you cancel that? That's like an instant moneymaker.
Apparently not. Warner Brothers HBO DC Comics is now owned by Discovery. You know,
Sure.
like the owners of the Food Network
Yes.
and HGTV.
Yes.
And they've made a lot of money with stuff with
Property
Guy
Brothers.
Fieri, Property Brothers,
Uh-oh.
Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Are they going to be in multiverses?
I mean, it's possible, but Guy Fieri and multiverses would actually make sense. But I think they're used to the lowest cost possible for program with the highest return possible. So when they see, well, Batgirl cost $90 million to make, and we're going to put it on HBO Max, which the return is the potential for new subscriptions or people just not canceling their subscriptions, they're like, well, that's not worth $90 million to us. We want more than that. That's not our business model anymore. They canceled all original programming on HBO Max.
There's a tax break for this, right? That's the reason, right? Because if they never release it, then they can write off like the $90 million like right away.
And and they're not spending the marketing budget, which apparently was close to $50 million or something like that on top of the 90. So there are reasons why it's still very unusual when this is done to a film that's been finished.
Must be bad. But
wow,
they put out
Scoob
a lot of bad
really
stuff.
bad as well. Oh, but Scoob came out during the Scoob came out during the pandemic.
Yeah, that was like one of the first movies to come out.
Because kids' movies, I mean, they make a lot of money. Every kids' movie comes out, like the parents are taking them to see it because that's the thing. So,
I think was going to be straight to HBO Max also.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Put it in a theater.
It was like a Scoob Christmas or something.
Oh. This sounds worse and worse as you go through this.
What I didn't write it or make it. I'm just expecting to turn on HBO Max and it's going to be like, I don't know, Guy Fieri's Euphoria, and that's going to be it. And it's just going to be like him in a grocery store going, high school kids are going to make 3 dishes in 3 hours.
That's not what happens in Euphoria.
It's not high school kids cooking meals?
No. Or digging ditches.
That would be
boners, though. A lot of boners.
Fieri.
A lot of boners.
Okay, so
they
we
dig
have
ditches and Guy Fieri.
high school, huh?
Guy Fieri digs ditches.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's one of his shows, like ditches, diners, and.
So
Ditches,
does
diners,
this
and
concern
ditches.
you a lot, Wombat? Like, because you're the big DC guy.
It is. It's very interesting, and it's very. It's hard to say what's going to happen to a lot of these things. I think we're going to get another The Batman because that movie made a lot of money. So I think it'd be foolish not to make another one. And Aquaman
Maybe they should
2,
make a few less toys though, because those toys are all on clearance.
Yeah, those. Well, that movie. How do you make toys against that movie? It's not a kids movie. It's not cartoony enough. The other Batman toys were fine. Just stick with that.
Right. Don't make toys for rated R movies. Like, don't make and put them in Target. You can make them and sell them on Big Bad Toy Store or whatever, but not at Target.
And they never made a Riddler, which really that was the problem. Also,
those Buzz Lightyear toys are all on clearance too. That didn't.
I know.
That didn't take long.
That movie's on Disney Plus today. Yeah.
I I fully believe that the Lightyear situation is that they screwed up the marketing for that movie because nobody understood what in the world it was to begin with. I haven't seen that movie yet.
It's a weird sell, but
it is a weird sell. It should not have been a weird sell, though. It should have been a really easy slam dunk sell of here's a new Buzz Lightyear movie. Like that seems like a pretty easy thing to be successful with.
Before he was a toy, he was a man who was made into a toy. And you know the toy, but now here's the man who's not a toy. Lightyear. That's what they should have said.
That would explain it all much.
I think
better.
that did explain it all. But it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be interesting to see if there are any lawsuits regarding Batgirl, because I could see that happening. If there are any deals made with the director as far as, guaranteeing release, guaranteeing some sort of bonus if it's well received. These are all things that happen. But to shelve it and not give the chance, or maybe they already paid everybody off and were like, sorry, here's your salary, here's what you could have made.
So this is all for like tax write-offs or something?
Yeah.
It's so confusing because it's like, it doesn't make sense in a normal like world that you already finished this and you have a service where people would watch it and pay for the service to watch it.
Cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
Cash grab.
Discovery is a profitable company. They want to make more profit, and this is how they do it. It's not about. It's not about entertaining us, I guess.
It's an odd thing to take things that were going to be on your service and remove them.
I know. It's going to be interesting when they merge Discovery Plus and HBO Max, if they go to see which model they go with, because I don't think people want commercials on their HBO Max.
They don't. I can tell you that right now, as a person.
Well, yes, obviously that was a hypothetical statement.
As a person with HBO Max, I can tell you 100%, I do not want any commercials.
Mm-hmm.
What are you watching?
Yeah. My wife and I watched the Shania Twain documentary on Netflix. It's new. It's a new documentary about Shania Twain.
Nice.
It was all right. I didn't know that she had stopped singing for almost 20 years because she had Lyme disease that ruined her voice.
That's not good.
No, did you know that?
No.
Did you know that she's the #1 selling female artist of all time or something crazy?
You know what else I didn't know about Shania Twain?
What?
Anything.
She has 3 diamond selling records in a row, which is something no other artist has ever done, male or female.
Well, nobody sells records anymore.
Well, that was in the 90s.
Right.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
she did it at the right time.
3 of the best-selling. She's sold over 100 million records.
It's a lot. Big crop.
Yeah. She's got a lot of money.
Good.
Yeah.
She can make a movie.
Yeah.
About
it's
herself.
a bit of a sunny documentary. It doesn't. They talk about
Were you looking for a hard-hitting Shania Twain expo?
You know what it is? It's like there are certain.
Did they interview the tick that gave her Lyme disease?
No, it's more like they talk about when she was 22, her parents died.
Rough.
In a car accident. And she had younger siblings.
And you said this is a feel-good story.
Let me get there. She had younger siblings and she had to stop pursuing music to help raise her younger siblings for however long. And then eventually, of course, she becomes big and famous. But she basically raised her siblings like her kids, and this is a documentary where they're literally interviewing everyone that's ever spoken to her, except they never interview her siblings.
She played at the water park I worked at in high school.
How so?
She had a concert there.
Oh, nice.
They pulled up a big semi-trailer. It had big Shania Twain picture on the side of it.
That must have been in the early 90s? Like, first record?
I would assume so, because I don't think she was on the water park circuit for very long.
No, I was going to say, because she was filling out stadiums pretty quickly.
Right. But, I think they got her hooked in pretty early. She was in between the when they did the jet ski shows out on the waves.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's always interesting when they have these documentaries about musicians or whatnot. and they talk about their families, but those family members, not children, obviously, but like adults, they're never on. They never interview them. They never ask them questions. They gloss over it very quickly. And to me, that's kind of suspect because there are certain documentaries, like a good example. Did you ever watch the Super Dave Osborne documentary on HBO Max? You know who Super Dave is, right, GB?
Yes.
Yes. This Bob Einstein. He was also on Curb, but he passed away. And before he passed away, they actually finished the documentary about him. And not only is he on it, his last wife, his ex-wife, his daughter, and his grandchildren, and his brother, who is Albert Brooks, but they're all in the documentary saying how, good a father, he was a good husband, all those things that...
Where's this going? I'm so confused at where we're...
Are we still talking about the Shania Twain documentary?
Yes. Basically, I'm saying that you can learn a lot from a documentary by who they don't speak to and what they're really like as a person.
They should have pulled this one off the service.
Are you anti-Shania Twain?
I'm not anti-Shania Twain. I'm saying that her siblings must hate her.
I am now. I wasn't before.
Never mind. You're not listening. I'm sure that
I was listening. You said this was like a feel-good story, and then the main takeaway was that her off-screen siblings hate her.
Well, it's a feel-good story in the sense
her parents
that
died at a young age. Sorry.
It's crafted. It's crafted to make her look at her best throughout the whole thing.
I
think the subtext there is because it was made by like her record label. It wasn't made by like a documentary crew. Anyway, I've spoken too much about it already. Never mind.
What else?
I did watch Light and Magic. Did you watch any of that on Disney Plus?
Nope.
That's the new documentary series about the formation and history of industrial light and magic.
I figured.
Yes, the FX studio behind Star Wars and a lot of other cool stuff.
Name another one.
Other than Star Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Name
Jurassic
4.
Park?
Can't name 4. No way. No way.
Young Sherlock Holmes Adventures?
What? I didn't hear that.
Goonies?
All right. Was it entertaining?
It's very entertaining. I highly recommend it. There's some really cool stuff in there. I would say a little tidbits. Did you know that Pixar started at ILM? That's not so shocking. I think a lot of people know that, but did you know that? And did you know that Photoshop was created at ILM?
I did not know that.
Wasn't Pixar with Apple as well, though?
George Lucas sold Pixar to Steve Jobs.
Got it. All right.
Yeah, because the Pixar team didn't want to work on special effects for other movies anymore. They wanted to make their own movies. And George Lucas was like, but I don't need people making their own movies here. I need people making special effects. So he was like, how about I just sell you to someone that's going to let you make movies? And everybody wins.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Yep. George Lucas is good at business, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that.
He has a spaceship.
George Lucas?
Yep.
Good at business.
He has his own spaceship. He thinks the planet's going to be destroyed and he's going to leave on a spaceship.
Yeah. Also, he seems a little weird.
Yep.
And that does not surprise me.
I watched this special on Netflix, The Most Hated Man on the Internet.
How was that?
It's good. It's a short one. It's only, I think, 3 episodes. So it's not one of these that's wasting your time for hours and hours. It's about a guy who ran a major revenge porn website. And, the drama comes from really not knowing what happened in real life. So I'm not going to tell you. But if you want to see like an asshole do some shit on the internet, then you should watch this movie. Does
he get his comeuppance?
But again, I don't want to ruin it because it is only 3 episodes. And if you want to find out what happened, you could just Google it. But it's called Most Hated Man on the Internet, and it's done well, and it's certainly entertaining for its 3 episodes.
We watched nothing but documentaries in the last week, huh? We're all documentaries all the time. Ship, did you watch anything that wasn't a documentary?
I watched a movie based on a true story.
What you watched? Schindler's List?
Yeah, set the kids down. Watch Schindler's List. We watched We Bought a Zoo. I've seen it before, but that's what we watched. They bought a zoo.
Whoa!
Nice. They
Don't
did
spoil
it. They did it.
Right. You guys seen that movie?
No.
I haven't.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
How about that? They buy a zoo in it, and then there's plot arcs that go along with it. Matt Damon's there.
Matt Damon.
He must hate that movie so much.
He's probably doesn't
Scarlett
care.
Johansson was
Maybe
there
does.
as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's an odd movie in that it has a whole bunch of like huge movie stars in it, but it's a kind of just a somewhat kids movie. It's a lot of dead wife vibe going on in that.
No thanks.
Yeah.
So you're saying it's a feel-good movie?
It is a feel-good movie. They bought a zoo because his wife died and he was having a midlife crisis.
I understand.
Right. You should buy a table tennis club. You can also clean up your excrement. Let's shout out liretro.com and
LAretro.com.
yeah, shout it, baby. August
Shout
12th
it
to the
out loud.
14th. That's next weekend. Buy your tickets there, liretro.com. We're on Sunday at 1:00. Come say hi.
Are we doing ads now? Other ads?
Yeah, I guess so.
Shout
Well,
them out.
We can talk about
Any ads you have?
HelloFresh.
Shout them out.
Whoops.
Wombat. Now's the time.
HelloFresh. Oh, I've like something stuck in my throat. And now
Is it
I have hiccups.
HelloFresh?
With HelloFresh, you get farm fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. Skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit. That's right, savor every last second of summer with HelloFresh. HelloFresh delivers fresh quality produce from the farm to your door in less than a week, allowing you to enjoy the delicious flavors of the season right from home. Skip the grocery store and spend more time soaking up the last of summer fun. HelloFresh Market is a one-stop shop for all your mealtime needs with a curated section of quick breakfast, lunches, snacks, desserts, and more. If you need another reason to stay in for dinner, HelloFresh is 72% cheaper than dining at a restaurant and is even cheaper than grocery shopping. That's money back in your pocket. Also, a reminder that Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wide array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everybody. We love switching between the brands, and now you guys can too, with a discount from the CAGcast. I love HelloFresh. I'm a longtime customer. I actually had one of the lunches today. I had the...
I've never had a lunch. What's a lunch like?
It was really good. It was a caprese salad sandwich. So it was fresh mozzarella, tomato, and a side salad, which was arugula and sliced almonds with balsamic vinegar, and you add a little bit of olive oil, salt, and pepper. And the sandwich is on toasted ciabatta. And I'll be honest, it was flippin' delicious. I highly recommend that. Yeah, it was really good. I also had the harissa tabbouleh bowl for dinner last night, and that was also very amazing.
You're just making up words now.
Hmm?
You're just making up words now.
I am making it. Yeah, that's a fake word. Anyway, go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast16 and use code CAGcast16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. Again, go to HelloFresh.com/CAGcast16 and use code CAGcast16 for 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. That's HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. And now we're going to hear from our friends at Trade. Trade Coffee connects customers to the freshest and best tasting coffee they've ever made at home by partnering with the country's best craft roasters. These are independent businesses from big cities and small towns. Trade customers are truly impactful for these independent roasters, often bringing them the largest source of new growth for them. Trade also has their first match guarantee. They're so confident that they'll match you right the first time that if they don't, they'll take your feedback and an actual coffee expert will work with you to send a brand new bag for free. Trade Coffee sends you freshly roasted beans from 60 of the country's best craft roasters, small businesses who pay farmers fair prices to sustainably source the greatest beans from around the world. Whether your friends call you a coffee snob or you just know when coffee tastes really perfect, Trade's real coffee experts personally test over 450 roasts, so they know exactly what to recommend for you, because the truth is, what I like and what you like could be totally different. You will like a selection of specific coffees that are different from anyone else's tastes. Just answer a couple of questions, and you'll get your own personalized variety of coffees delivered fresh to you as often as you like. No gimmick. Trade delivers a bag of freshly roasted coffee as whole beans or ground for however you brew at home, and they guarantee you'll love your first order or they'll replace it for free. Trade has delivered over 5 million bags of fresh coffee with more than 750,000 positive reviews. Right now, Trade is offering new subscribers a total of $30 off your first order plus free shipping when you go to drinktrade.com/CAGcast. That's more than 40 cups of coffee for free. Get started by taking their quiz at drinktrade.com/CAGcast and let Trade find you a coffee you'll love. That's drinktrade.com/CAGcast for $30 off.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else we got? What are we up to?
Probably new releases.
Let's do it.
Are there any new releases?
None that I've heard of, except for The Sims 4, some DLC.
And there's a Zorro game?
There's a Zorro game. Zorro the Chronicles.
Is it like the old PC game? Because I had Zorro and Conan the Barbarian. They were essentially the same game.
Commodore 64?
I had them on the Apple IIc. But, you know, I'm sure it was the
Probably
same
not
game.
that, I'm thinking.
You don't think so?
I'm saying this one.
I hope it's the same. It should be.
It wasn't very advanced.
So, neither am I.
Okay. Any new releases?
Coloring book?
I don't know anything about Coloring Book, but Frogun looks interesting. Frogun looks like a N64 type of graphics on a 3D like platformer, but your gun is a frog. That's Frogun.
What about this Digimon game that cost $60?
Digimon Survive?
Yeah. Why is that a full price game?
Well, maybe it's fantastic.
That's what I'm asking.
That's how the company survive, charging $60.
I mean, I'm sure people like Digimon, right?
I think they did. I don't think there's been Digimon in quite some time, or am I not in the loop?
Probably still big in Japan. It's probably one of those things. I don't know.
I don't either.
What else?
There's a new Xenoblade Chronicles out. Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
I know about that.
Do you?
Yep.
You've heard about that one?
I only know it because Best Buy had some affiliate.
Got it. Yeah. So I'll pick up that one.
Is that the biggest price game of the week? There's the special edition at $90. Is that?
Well, and I think that's the edition that's like basically impossible to get, that Nintendo keeps putting up and Thorbond keeps posting about, and it sells out immediately.
Wait, which one? Which one?
The
Xenoblade
edition.
Chronicles 3, like the collector's edition of that. But I've played the other Xenoblade Chronicles games. Probably, I don't think I played the second one to completion, but they're good RPGs. I could be down for that.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
supposed to be long, so it was long.
Sure, those games are meant to be long. So I think, I mean, Switch at least has some stuff here that's better than the rest of these new release lists.
Right.
Not a whole lot going on here.
Should we move on to Wombat's fortnightly news?
Let's do it. Let me hear about Fortnite.
News.
No huge news. Probably more stuff next week, because there'll be big updates next week. Some drips and drabs about what might be coming up potentially for next season is already starting, because we're a little over a month away from the next season. First person mode, Cheapy. What do you feel? How do you feel about first person mode in Fortnite?
So it's pretty hard. I mean, that might, you talk about like the skins not mattering in first person mode. So there's that. But it's also very hard to make a good first person mode. It's easy to make a first person mode, but it's hard to make a good one. So
I 100% agree. Apparently, but they've been working on it for 2 years.
they can do it. I'm sure they can make it feel good. They have certainly the resources. I wouldn't, if anybody could do it, they could do it for sure.
Yeah, and also I think they agree with you with the what if skins, people don't see their skins that much anymore.
Right.
So they are going to have, their other rumor is with first person mode comes charms, weapon charms.
But that's
It's another
boring.
thing.
Nobody likes that.
I don't like that at all. I
See?
still prefer my third person mode where you could see it. Doesn't mean I won't check out first person mode, but I don't think it's going to be my
Right.
go-to.
Right. And you can't be in third person mode and play somebody in first person mode. That wouldn't be fair.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a separate mode. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to be its own thing.
All right.
Yeah.
What do we got for news that's not from Fortnite?
Speaking of news that's not Fortnite, but in the same vein as Fortnite, is that Call of Duty is bleeding millions of players, according to Kotaku. That they have millions fewer players than they had previously. In the end of March of 2021, they had 150 million active users, and now it's down to 94 million active users. So
They got bored.
I guess so.
They're playing table tennis now.
Is that what it is? Is
No.
it that there's been issues with their what's that game called? The Call of Duty one, Warzone. There have been delays and bugs and issues. People don't necessarily like that it crossovers too much into the new games. That they don't want to own the new game to get stuff for their Warzone game or however that works.
Sure, because now you feel like you're playing some half-ass shit. You know, unlike Apex, where there's just one version. Everybody's playing the same free game.
I'm gonna put my little tinfoil hat on for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that there's some intention to having the player base drop?
No.
So to help with the Microsoft purchase, so they could say, look, this isn't a monopoly. Call of Duty isn't a behemoth.
Call of Duty sucks.
Call of Duty sucks.
No.
It's not doing as well as it used to.
No.
How can you not let this go through?
No.
Because you would be purposely shooting yourself in the foot then too, like by harming the franchise that you're trying to buy.
I'm just saying. I mean,
no,
crazier things have happened.
No.
I'm not saying it's what I believe, or maybe it is.
Right. I think they just fucked up. I think also, I mean, look, Activision's been fucking up a lot for the last couple of years, and so why not fuck this up too? They have no. I had a news story somewhere about their financials are not great because they blamed it on, the recession.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like you have no new games that are coming out.
No new games, no real IPs. They've been putting out very, very few things a year.
Diablo,
they cut that model down.
They got the Diablo cell phone game, and everything else is just like the Call of Duty cycle. And I mean, I don't know. We talked about how they suck.
Yep. And then there was the conversation that Shipwreck and I had yesterday. We know how to save Activision.
How? Oh, Skylanders.
The answer is Skylanders.
I've been playing a lot of Sky. So you may be able to see some of it in the background here.
I can.
We got out all the Skylanders because Dashel had never seen, and Emily had never played Skylanders before either. So we got them all out and introduced them to the world of Skylanders. And it is just as magical as it ever was, right? Like they're in there, they're enjoying playing the games because the games were good to begin with. And they're like, anytime you get to an area where it's like wind is more powerful in this area, they're like both like jumping out of their seats to go run and find a wind character and put it on there.
It's funny how it's a lot more fun when you have all the fucking pieces.
Well, that's what
it's like playing inside a Toys R Us.
Yeah.
They should, if they're going to remaster a game, they should remaster, I said at minimum, the Skylander, the first 3 games, called the Skylanders Trilogy, remastered, sell that in stores, $60. Includes
you could even sell some figures with that.
And
like,
have
you don't have to go crazy, but like
a memorable, a statue, not a
yeah. And every character is unlocked on the disc. unlocked all the DLC, all the characters. You don't have to purchase any toys. You just, I don't know, hold down the select button, and if they could do it with those Lego games where they could have 100 characters on the screen at once.
Impossible. They can't do that anymore.
78
they lost
is
the
the
code
limit.
for that.
78 is the limit. I heard.
Yeah, exactly. Then they could easily do that in Skylanders, and you could be like, oh, you need a win character here. You hold down the Y button, select your win character, and there he is, and you have your choice of any of them. There would be replay value. There would be people who would want to play it with the characters that they could never afford to own at the time.
Coming to Game Pass.
I'm telling you, there would be such a
2024.
market for this. That, and as Shipwreck mentioned the other day, and I agree, I think there's Skylanders characters are marketable outside the game as well as the game itself. That there's a world where kids would just want whatever his name is, the guy with the 2 gun hands as a toy.
Trigger happy.
Yeah, trigger happy. Kids would want a trigger happy toy without it having to be tied to a video game.
They love certainly gun toys.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean.
Kids love
Or
it.
the giant tree guy. There's stuff.
Thwomp Stomp? No, that's not his name. What's his name?
Wump Stump?
Wump Stomp, I think. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
Oh my
he
god.
hasn't the kids haven't gravitated towards Tree Guy yet.
Yeah, well, what do they know?
Right.
But I'm just
But
saying.
it is amazing like how poorly Activision, like, they just milked that, right? They didn't think of the long term. They're just like, how much money can we make off of this
today.
right now? Like, we have to strike on this right now. Whereas you had an IP there that was your competition to Pokemon. I mean, we're getting a new Digimon game this week. Like, it should still be a thing.
Cash
Like,
cow. It should be a
shouldn't have
cash
just,
cow, not just a thing.
Yeah,
Right,
and
yeah.
instead it had to be this Toys to Life thing, and that was never going to last forever.
No, they could have weaned it away, right? Like, they didn't have to, like, just, like, drive it completely into the ground and take down Toys R Us with it.
I mean, but that's the Kodak Activision was basically, it's like all or nothing. It's like, all right, we got to put everything into Call of Duty, and just like Skylanders just not quite up at to the Call of Duty
I feel the same
level.
way with like Guitar Hero and stuff too, right? Like, I've been thinking about getting that stuff back out
Of course, there's
as
a
well
space
because
for
it's
that.
fun. But they just killed it. Like, they just like went at it like 1,000,000 miles an hour
Right.
and just saturated it so much that it just killed the entire, like, there's no music genre anymore of games. Like, that's just gone.
No Toys R Us, no music genre. Activision's fucked up a lot of shit for us. Think about it.
Yep.
I've been playing Cyberpunk. I read on Twitter like it's all patched up, and now it's like one of the best games like that's come out in the last few years. And
I
had,
tried to play it again. I mean, what did you think?
well, I had played like 6 hours or so before,
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm not quite up to Keanu Reeves. And now,
Oh, you
like,
didn't get to him. Okay.
but now I did.
The game is better once he's there. 'Cause you're
Sure.
like,
You're like, hey, it's him.
yeah, it's him. This is
It's still a lot of. I think it's an issue of, again, I know you're talking, GP, so
It's okay.
if you want to interrupt me,
No,
go ahead.
go ahead.
I think I have a problem with open world games where there's driving, because they're not driving games. So when you hop in a car, you're immediately reminded that you're not playing a driving game and you're just trying to get to the next mission, and the driving kind of sucks and is never fun. Like, I have the same issue with the Watch Dogs games also. Even GTA in a way, where it's never quite it's passable, but it's never good. And I think the other parts of the games that should be better suffer because they're investing so much in this open world where all it is driving around.
Meanwhile, in like that 8 or 9 hour mark, it's not open world at all. It's just like I'm not doing anything, and like the story is so like drawn out, and like I know Wombat, you will skip through everything anyway, but I try not to. But it's like really takes a lot of willpower.
You're going to all those like
yeah,
VR
no,
places, right? Like trying to solve some
That was the
some
beginning of the game?
mystery or something.
That was, yeah, but it just it keeps going for that, even up to the point like the whole Keanu Reeves part. Like I'm like, I was actually like, when am I going to get to drive? Like, I thought this was an open world game. And then, and like, I gotta say, like, when, you know, like, it's about 8 hours until the credits, until the, not credits, the title screen comes on.
I knew what you meant.
That is the least, like, enthusiastic title screen. It just, like, it was like crank, like the accordion Jurassic Park theme. It just spilled out onto the screen. Yeah, it was just like, well, you're playing this game now. Remember, it was like, I was like, oh man, it does not seem that this game is one of the best games to come out in the last several years. And I just, even like the shooting
the
and
set
stuff,
pieces are good,
but the shooting is not as good as any like real first person shooter.
It's not, but I mean, visually it's good. The story, the atmosphere is good in that game.
Yeah, the story is not good.
The story, it could be better. The open world stuff, I mean, I haven't played this game in a year and a half, maybe. But
It's just not what I
open
wanted.
world stuff there's not enough interesting things to do. So I'm just trying to get to the next. When I was playing, I was just trying to get to the next story beat.
Yeah, that's what you like. You don't want to live. You don't want to live in the world
Or driving
of this open world game.
What's the
And
last
that's sort of the issue.
Wombat? What's the last open world game that had good driving in it?
I don't think there is one. I think
There is one.
Okay, I was gonna say because I think the best open world games don't have driving in them, or the driving is optional or limited at best. Why? What do you think it is?
Saints Row the Third.
Saints Row, that did have decent driving in it.
And it had really good car customization. And the new Saints Row game is coming out this month. Now, will they fuck it up like they did in the last Saints Row games by giving you alternate forms of transportation that make the cars like worthless?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm sure they'll figure it out.
It looks good. I mean, it kind of looks good, doesn't it? You watch any of that gameplay? I mean, it's coming out like in 2 weeks, I think.
Remember when you could drive cars in Crackdown?
That wasn't good. That was just like
but it's
slot
like
car.
the whole thing. It's like when you think of good open world games, even the Far Cry games. There's the occasional, like you don't really drive in those, but yeah, like you don't have to. You could get through that whole game without ever driving, because even they know the driving sucks, and that it's really about the first person gun mechanics and clearing out those bases. Assassin's Creed, there's no driving. Fallout games, no driving.
Boat driving.
Huh?
Horse driving and boat driving.
Horse driving, but it's not driving.
I was going to say, have Assassin's Creed games? I've been out of the mix for a while. Have they gotten to the point where they're cars?
No, it's all
boats.
Horses and boats.
Big boats and small boats.
But because there's something about, with cars, it has to be good, or the whole game is just kind of sucks. Like that's why there's
an open world game like Saints Row.
Yeah.
So what you're saying right now is that the new Saints Row game, I don't even know what it's called. What's the new Saints Row game? Just called Saints Row?
Saints Row.
If the driving is not good in that, then it's sort of like, what's the point? And I kind of agree, because those games sort of were like, how close can we get to like a Forza without you know, what you can get out of the car and kill people?
But I think
Forza, that's like I mean, I wouldn't say it's quite to that level.
No.
Compared to like can we get close to like to a Need for Speed?
Sure.
Like, okay, yeah.
I meant that Forza, like, you know.
But if the driving in your open world game can hold up to its own, or be as fun as driving in a game that's dedicated to driving,
right?
Then either make your world smaller or get rid of the driving altogether.
Jetpacks.
Yeah. Something.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't have to be as good as Forza.
Or like Spider-Man and swinging.
Need for Speed is good enough. It could be. Anyway.
They should have let you drive cars in Spider-Man.
I mean, seriously. It just, it again goes right to my point. I put this on the outline only because it was when I was grabbing the Call of Duty thing we already talked about. This caught my eye on the Kotaku page. It's the article title is Game Pass loses one of its best games and gets one of Ubisoft's worst. So just by reading the headline, because I know you haven't clicked the article yet, what is the best game it's losing? And what is the game
Ubisoft's worst game?
What is Ubisoft's worst game that we're getting?
I don't know. I don't know either. But I feel like you disagree.
Ghost Recon Line, Standing in Line. What was that? What was that one? The sequel, the Wildlands. Is that
no? That's Breakpoint was the one where you stand in line.
Stand in line. Okay, Breakpoint. Wildlands was the good one.
Yes, Wildlands is the one that we played together. Got it. We had a great time.
Breakpoint was the one that looked like Wildlands, but was not Wildlands.
Was not Wildlands. And they've patched it up enough where it's very close now. But yes, at launch that game was very disappointing.
Is that? Did I get it right?
No, you got it wrong. In fact, the game that they're talking about is Ghost Recon Wildlands as Ubisoft's worst.
What?
There's a reason why I put this on the outline. So according to Kotaku, where they posted this with a big headline on the top of the page, Game Pass loses one of its best games, gets one of Ubisoft's worst, with the subheadline being, how is swapping Boyfriend Dungeon for Ghost Recon Wildlands a fair trade?
This is nonsense. Let's keep going here.
For the record, I love Ghost Recon Wildlands. I have nothing against Boyfriend Dungeon.
I don't either. It's a. I haven't read the article, but the premise of it, of them just comparing games that are coming and leaving from Game Pass, and somehow like that you can't. Hey, if Wildlands hadn't come on here, we'd still have Boyfriend Dungeon.
Right.
This
is trash. This is a trash article.
Yeah.
This is clickbait, they call it. That's what the kids call it.
And it worked because I was like, what are they? Because Ghost Recon Wildlands is a lot of fun, and it's now on Game Pass. So if you've never played it, you should totally play it.
How dare they say that about your Wildlands?
I know that game. That game is bananas. So I don't understand. And you know what that game has? What? It's an open world game with good driving.
All right, and helicopters.
And
I don't understand. Like, I do understand the point in writing articles like this, but at the same time, it's just ridiculous. Why do you care if Wildlands comes to Game Pass or not?
Or where's the comparison? I understand you're upset that Boyfriend Dungeon is leaving, although you know they let you know in advance.
I'm not clicking this one, but
they let you know in advance that the game is leaving. If you love it so much, you could buy it for 20% off before it leaves. I don't know. I don't see how one has something to do with the other. Yeah, there was a lot of weird stuff. It's almost as
weird. They got quotas, they got to write articles, slow news day.
I guess. Slow news week.
That's something against Wildlands.
The week was so slow that Kyler Murray did they get news.
Confused about the Ghost Recon games that they were supposed to hate?
It's so funny because when I saw the article, I thought that I was wrong about which Ghost Recon game was coming to Game Pass. And it turns out, no, they just, for some reason, don't understand why Wildlands is, a masterpiece of trash video games. And by trash video games, I mean a video game. Like it's a full-on, unapologetic, this is a video game, which honestly, I don't think there's enough of these days. It doesn't try to be anything more than, here you are on this map, and you're a guy who likes to shoot people, so go on and shoot people. Yeah, I don't know. What else do you... Yeah, whatever. I can't get into the...
Well, who else likes to shoot people, Wombat?
I mean, Kyler Murray likes to shoot
There you
people.
go.
Kyler Murray likes to shoot people so much that his performance as a quarterback goes down when there's double XP weekends in Call of Duty.
This made me laugh when I saw this because if you're not familiar with Kyler Murray,
I'm not.
He is the Arizona Cardinals quarterback, and he just signed a huge contract. Right? signed a huge contract, and part of that contract stipulations was there was a requirement in there that he had to do 4 hours of individual game film every week, right? Like, which is a really weird thing to have in a contract because it's basically like this guy is not committed, like to be doing the work. So there was a big hubbub about that for like a week, and then that got taken out of his contract because both sides were like, "Oh no, we didn't mean to have it in there that way." That was
when did he sign the contract?
Just like last week.
And this just came out like today.
And this just came out now, this thing that somebody went and compared the weekly stats versus when there was any kind of Call of Duty double XP, triple XP weekend.
It's amazing.
I think it's just a little bit funny because the stats themselves don't change that much. Like the quarterback ranking, like it went down, like the passer rating went down from a 97.43 to an 89.65.
That doesn't mean anything to me, but so he was only a little tired.
It's basically an equation based upon like yards per attempt and completions and touchdowns versus number of passes, that type of stuff. Like a whole bunch of stuff comes into that rating.
Don't make me push that yawn button.
Yeah, but all of the stats, like including win-loss record, were lower during the weeks when they were Call of Duty.
Now, does he get a phone call? He's getting a phone call, right? About when this thing comes out about the stats. Someone's calling him, right? His agent, the coach. I mean, somebody. It's a big deal, right? You said he's like super highly paid, right?
Yeah, he's one of the largest quarterback contracts. He just signed.
I think publicly he will laugh it off. I think privately it'll be more meetings than anyone wants to be in.
I think if I was his coach, I'd be signing up for those notifications when he signed into Xbox Live. Like every time Wombat signs in, I get a notification on my Apple Watch.
Right.
Xbox Live.
Why?
Because he hasn't turned it off. That's why.
I haven't turned it off.
Why?
That's why I know when you're on Xbox during the day.
I know. It's
I get
not
a notification.
Much.
I get a notification every time, Wombat. I'm watching.
I know. I do play for like 20 minutes every day during the day.
Mm-hmm.
Shipwreck would know.
But that's what I'd be doing if I was like, seriously, like somebody on their team. I'd be like, you gotta let us know, like when you're logging into this.
I mean, yeah, or at least work it out with them. Say, can we limit the Call of Duty to like a couple of hours a week?
Right, like not
2 hours, maybe?
Not late at night before games, maybe.
Right, maybe not on game nights. Anyway, that's
I don't know.
Best.
I feel a little bit bad for him though too, because like
I don't.
He's not a bad quarterback.
No, and it's his personal life too. Like he's still showing up and
he's still doing the work.
Right.
It's not as well.
Well, that's the question is like if they limit it and he starts to do better.
It's great. It's the best story. I love it.
Yeah.
Where are we here? Is that it for your news?
I think that's it. I thought I did a good job this week with the news.
Great job. Why? What are you looking for? You're looking for
praise.
Praise.
I want a kiss from Daddy.
Daddies can't kiss you through Zoom. Maybe next week. If you smell nice.
I always smell nice.
I had some news stories here, but I'm tired.
Did you play through Stray? Did you beat
No,
Stray?
I didn't finish Stray. I never got around to it. It's been a hectic weekend. Sabrina had to get ready for her California trip. So.
Are they driving in that bus to California?
No, they flew to Arizona. And they did the Grand Canyon yesterday. They're doing the Vegas Strip tonight. And then tomorrow they drive to... Wait, I know where they're going tomorrow. Tomorrow they drive to LA, but they're going to... Oh, Universal Studios. They're going to that tomorrow day. And then the day after that is they have a private studio tour of Warner Brothers. And then the 2 days after that is 2 days at Disneyland. Then they go to the San Diego Zoo. And then they come home.
So you did say this was instead of her going to college? This was?
If I told you how much it cost, it's
I'm doing math in my head.
They have all bulk rates for everything. This has been going on for so long.
It's 100 kids. You'd be surprised. It's less expensive for Sabrina to do this with this than it is for if we were to have just sent her on her own.
Sure.
It's like it's like a tenth of the cost. It's ridiculous.
It's
you
cheaper than Sleepaway Camp too.
To get into Disneyland, I think. I mean,
I don't know.
Did you see that chart of Disneyland ticket prices compared to like wages and gas and I forgot what the
There's
other
a
thing
reason
was.
why she's only going there via this as opposed to us going as a family.
That line went straight up. Like it was just going.
It's not feasible for me to take my family to a Disney park, but it is feasible for them to go via this.
They have to wear the costumes after they ride the rides.
Basically.
Those big, heavy, hot costumes.
Yeah, no, this is the craziest part. This is like, and then after this, it's done. There's no more. The camp is over.
Nice. Here's some news here. Let's pick one news story here. Well, there's a common theme in a lot of these stories is that the video game business is not doing that well right now because there's no big games coming out, and everybody's trying to blame it on something else. But the reality is, there haven't been many big games that have come out, and it's because of COVID and because Activision didn't want to make any more new games except for Call of Duty. So that's it, basically. And Dr. Disrespect dropped his first video of his new game. You know, Dr. Disrespect is making a game with the guy from Call of Duty, Robert
Bowling. Yeah.
Robert Bowling. Thank you. I forgot.
Speak of the devil, my daughter just texted me.
What'd she say? She's talking about the Call of Duty game?
No, she texted me pictures of the mugs because she knows I like mugs wherever she goes.
Fucking mugs. What's with the fucking mugs?
And I'm like, and I always tell her that I'm good, but thank you.
Right. Anyway, so he posted, Dr. Disrespect posted a video of his game, which is called, I forgot what it's called, but it doesn't look good. Like nobody told him, like, maybe don't show the video because it doesn't look good. And so people pointed out, hey, this doesn't look good. And it also has NFTs in it.
Ugh.
It's a free game. It's like, I think it's free, but NFTs are like, they're almost over, right? Like we're almost at the very bottom.
I want to say we are. There was that Bloomberg article about celebrities who endorsed NFTs and how much those NFTs are worth now, and that they've
I didn't
all
see
lost
that.
money.
Yeah,
Like
the game is called Dead Drop, by the way. Thank you, Kyrox.
There you go. Like Reese Witherspoon's NFTs are now worth like 75% of what they were, less than. Blah, 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 blah.
And the GameStop NFT market, which just launched, I saw that it was only making like $13 an hour or something like that. Over a
More
certain
than minimum
period.
wage.
Well, I think they spent a lot of money developing it. Maybe that was just a temporary thing. I don't know. I'm sure we'll hear more about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Shipwreck, here's a news item for you because you're into this stuff.
Okay.
Do you know the Sega Genesis Mini 2 is only going to be available in 1/10 of the supply that the first one was?
I did see that. I don't know. I'm not like clamoring to get it because
You have the real deal.
I have the real
I
deal.
forgot.
I like those things. I like that they put them out, but they're never going to be as good as playing on the real deal.
Right.
But
If it was a Sega Master System Mini.
Is that because of
well, this one has like Sega CD games and stuff on it.
I know, but it's not
Yeah.
Sega Master System games.
CD's nuts?
Doesn't have Haunted House on it.
Thank you. What does it have? What are the CD games?
Doesn't have Transbot. I'm only in it if Transbot was on it, I'd get it day one.
I don't remember. I saw the list of games. That it's a quality list of games. But if I'm gonna have to be competing against everybody to get one of these, and the majority of people are just going to be trying to get them so they can resell them, it's not really high on my list, I don't think.
Well, like me getting the Superpowers reissue of Superman from Walmart.
That's high on the list or not high on the list?
Not high on the list because it feels like it's a pain in the ass. So I'm like, whatever. I'm not even trying.
So this is like, what is this, equivalent to DJing on your list?
Yeah.
Number 4.
DJing's very high on my list.
DJing would
Just
be number
personally, just as like I don't need to show anybody.
Again, it's table tennis.
Yes.
It's
Then DJing.
graphic design.
No.
After.
No.
Then DJing.
Graphic design only to support other interests, to lift up other interests with my excellent graphic design skills, which really just means I have access. I pay $10 a month for the Adobe Express.
It's the number 4 is Casual Afternoons with Ben Gilbert. It's number 4 on the list.
Smoking gigantic doinks.
I mean,
In
you said
Amish.
it, not me. Number 5 on the list is getting a high five from the guy at the corner bodega.
What corner bodega?
The one where you get your sandwiches from. Don't you get your sandwiches from like a deli guy?
No, what are you talking about? What
You
deli?
have a deli guy who likes your shirts and gives you high fives.
Are you not a New Yorker?
It's not a bodega. There's no on Long Island. There's no bodega. I mean, there are bodegas, but not here.
Again, that's number 5 on the list.
No, it's not even on the list.
Number 6.
The list isn't that long.
Number 6 is his shoes.
I don't care about my shoes.
And number 7 is his family.
Well, the order is right, but some things didn't belong there. But mostly you had it right.
I was building.
You mostly had it right.
I know, thanks.
That's funny.
The other thing with the Sega Genesis, though, is
It's got what Nintendo don't.
Does it have blast processing?
We're getting like so many of these consoles, right?
No,
Like, they
1/10 of the amount.
But no, I mean, just like there's a new one of these like mini
Right.
like anniversary consoles like every 6 months.
But
of
with
some
supply chain
form.
shortages now, I guess.
Correct. Now with supply chain sources.
So they make 1/10. I guess that's the real story.
I did I get the first one? I don't even know if I got the first one. I probably do. Is it over there? Like I have like
I can't see.
I've got like a Neo Geo something over there and one of those Sony PlayStation classics that's over there somewhere in a box.
Right. That was
Never
good.
to be opened.
That was good.
They're just sitting there.
It's good that you got that.
Yeah, I got it
You knew
though.
that. Right. Are you going to
don't know.
get this Tension Games Logitech joint that is a cloud streaming device
No,
for
what I'm not gonna
Xbox
get.
Live? Xbox Live, and I mean, I guess they didn't say Xbox Live, but that's the assumption. It's going to do everything. Steam Deck, right? Is it going to be
It's gonna
Steam
do
Deck too? Everything, right?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't know. I don't need to be playing games at all times.
That's what I said. Finally, you're on board with me. I finally got you. It took the long time.
I have enough other ways to play games at all times.
Like what?
Phone.
Putting your hand in your pocket?
There's phone with the bone controller, whatever that. What's that thing called?
Putting your hand in your pocket.
Yeah, the hand in your pocket thing. There's Nintendo Switch.
Backbone.
I've got an analog pocket. Like I've got enough things to keep me busy.
Enough things
There's
vibrating
books.
in your pockets.
You can take a book with you. They're portable.
Yes. I agree. Finally. All right. That's enough. That's enough. Nobody, I put out the call for CAG bag questions, but only Shanafan was man enough to answer the call. And he wants to know from Wombat what he thinks about Gordon Ramsay. Because we do know what you think about Guy Fieri. You love him. But what about Gordon Ramsay?
I Gordon Ramsay shows are all on Fox, and I don't really watch the Fox competition cooking shows. I don't really like those style
Are
of
you
shows.
boycotting Fox?
No,
That's
it's
what I
not
heard.
It's yes, I'm boycotting Fox. It's just that I don't like that style of show.
What style is that? I'm not sure.
There's high tension cooking competition where everyone is very serious, and there's lots of sharp angles and everything's black for some reason and chrome, and everyone's real loud, and it's like, I don't want that. I like
He yells a lot.
colorful in a supermarket, Guy Fieri, loosey goosey telling jokes, fun games, cooking show. Guy's Grocery Games and Hell's Kitchen are very different styles of shows. It'd be like, why do you like watching, I don't know, any two shows that
Right.
have nothing to do with each other? So yeah, it's just, I prefer that style of show.
You don't like yelling in your cooking shows, I think is what you're saying.
I mean, that's probably part of it, but it has nothing to do. I have nothing against Gordon Ramsay. I'd be excited if I ever met him. I don't know what to tell you.
What about Bobby Flay? Celebrity chef Bobby Flay and his show Beat Bobby Flay.
That's a good show. Ever watch that show?
In the Chinese food restaurant, they were showing it.
Oh, that's a good show.
I saw
That's a good one. That's a good one also because that's a half hour. So that's that one. That show's snappy.
How much yelling is in that show?
Not a lot, not at all.
See?
It's usually
I'm onto it.
there's it's Bobby and it's whoever he's cooking against, and then it's always two different hosts every episode, and it's usually like a celebrity and a comedian, like a comedian and a chef. So, like Tina Fey and someone else or whoever.
I come to life talking about table tennis. Wombat comes to life talking about cooking shows.
I like cooking shows. They're fun.
There it is. All right, let's wrap it up on that note and say goodbye and remind everybody, come see us Sunday. And we'll have that show up, though. You can listen to it if you live far away and it's not feasible. But if you're close, go to liretro.com and buy tickets and bring Wombat a t-shirt. He'll wear it right on the spot.
Put it on.
The ideal situation is that you get 10 shirts and you have to wear all of them at the same time.
And no one thinks I'm fat. It's just t-shirts.
It's the perfect plan.
I know. I like it.
The more people that bring shirts, the better the plan works. Mm-hmm. All right. That's it. We'll see you next week at LI Retro.
Bread Zone.